Hello. Welcome. It's a great day today, boys.
Sure is, Pedro.
It's week 1 of the NFL season. Spider-Man is out.
Sure is, Pedro.
Some other game, Dragon Quest, that no one plays.
Yeah, no one really.
No one about that.
It's
And,
a
you know,
small indie game.
I feel like I'm in my happy place. Sports are back. Big game releases. I am fucking just ecstatic. And it's creeping you out that I'm this happy. You're a little weirded out.
Yeah, you have a certain kind of mood to you.
Yes, I'm just...
What's this?
Life's fucking
This
great.
is the beginning of the gaming fall season. This is basically the summer blockbuster season for movies. This is gaming's summer
great.
blockbuster season.
Yeah, essentially I just walk around with a massive erection all fall. That's what I do. Because, hockey season starts in October. It's big fall releases. Fucking saving up for Thanksgiving and Black Friday shopping. God damn it. I'm fucking happy. But hello, my name is Pedro Dark Temptation Carrasquillo. I am joined here all the way from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Seth White Chocolate Slyhouse. I'm kidding. He's not from Hershey.
I was going to say, not from Hershey. From right here. This is where I live.
Yeah. Actually, you're from Jersey Shore. You're not from right here.
We don't talk about it.
we don't talk about it.
And joining us today is all the way from the place that games do not stop, Joe.
Yeah, they don't ever stop.
Joe, how do you pronounce your last name?
Gress, G-R-E-S. It's like grass with an E.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure if it was like Grace.
No, it's just Gress.
Gress.
Fun fact, that probably would have been a good question to ask before we started the show.
I mean, we're too late.
We're deep, man.
We're in here now. But anyways, welcome. He's our first guest on Alpha Nerds, and in fact, our first guest here on T-Ball Incorporated.
He's the
first ever guest
to make their art easy for
First
us.
ever.
We've been working on several guests for dude, I like your pumpkin case, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Shout out to Robert Sweeley for making it difficult.
He's like, I gotta work Sunday.
Yeah, I gotta work Sunday. Mr. fucking Dilly Dilly over there.
He works in the lean sport today. Yeah,
what a piece of shit he is. I'll tell you what. Oh, man. So what are we playing, boys? What do you got there, Seth? We're going to get right into it.
Right.
God, I'm happy.
So, I'm going to talk about this last, which is Spider-Man. I got, dude. Okay, so, funny story. You recommended me Monster Hunter Stories a while ago, right?
Yes.
So I played that for quite a few hours. The only thing I wanted to think about when I was playing Monster Hunter was Pokemon.
Yep, exactly.
I was
that's 100% what I told you.
I was like, all right. So but the thing is that I was really enjoying my time with it, and then it took the wind out of my sails.
Oh, really?
When they're like, oh, we need you to craft 5 potions. Go gather these berries. And it's this giant open world, right? Mm-hmm. These berries are so rare. They're so hard to find.
Got him.
And the JRPG slowly crawls.
Got him.
Yeah. And it's not like they're loot from monsters. Like, you gotta find these little bushes in this massive open map. And I ran around for 2 hours. And I was like,
Outstanding.
Oh, God, fuck that.
Outstanding.
I was like, yeah, you know what? This was great, but I'm done. So I got rid of it, and I got Pokemon Ultra Sun.
Bailed real quick.
And since then I've probably put 20 hours into this.
Nice.
Fuck.
Dude,
Nice.
I'm
Why?
having a fucking blast.
Hell yeah, you are, man.
Wow.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so I was real deep into X and Y. I was grinding for shinies and whatnot.
You were doing that. You were doing all the fun shit.
I went real deep.
All up in
And I was Sun and Moon, and I was like, oh, I really don't like that Alola.
Really? You don't like Alola?
I didn't, and now I do. Now I do, because I wasn't a big fan of the Hawaiian theme and whatnot. And
I'll admit it was an unexpected place for them to go next.
I mean, who likes Hawaiians anyway?
But yeah, so I was like, man, I wonder how Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are. So I watched some reviews on them, and I was like, oh, okay. It's they changed the art style, and now there's full sprites, and the battles look a lot better. One thing I will
your protagonist has finally one character model. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it took us 7 generations. We got one character model.
Yep. And it's glorious. But one thing I will, it's a Chrono. He's freaking out up there.
Maybe he doesn't like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But one thing I will say about this is that they need to limit when you can wonder trade in these games.
Oh, you can wonder trade your ass off.
Oh my god.
I love wonder
It was
trade.
my 3rd wonder trade. I before I even went to the first challenge, and I got a level 43 golem. And I was like, this is a little game breaking. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I mean it's Pokemon though. It's not really about challenge.
Yeah, but I like a good little challenge. I'll tell you what though.
Playing single player ain't happening.
Some of these totem Pokemon though, they really get you.
Really?
They're tight.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
They're a joke.
I guess Pokemon games have been getting easier and Ultra Sun and Moons are fucking cakewalks.
We've fallen a long way from like Lance of the Elite Four, and then Red. We've gone way down.
Yeah, the last hard boss a Pokemon game I think ever had was Cynthia in Gen 4.
Yeah.
She was a bitch. But like other than that, they have gotten so
okay,
fucking
I should
easy.
read
Shout out to Laura.
I haven't lost, but there was I think it was the bug one where I was like, oof, I came real close.
Lurantis.
Yeah. That was the only time.
You just gotta get that type advantage.
Yeah.
Gotta get
Yeah.
Because the thing about Pokemon is once you get into the metagame, it just becomes one-shot fest.
Exactly. That is 100% what it is. Like I'm working on my second playthrough of that exact game, and I just got to the first Totem Pokemon, two-shot at him.
Yeah.
And I got him down to the red the first time.
Now, see, because did you have the Pokemon bank? Like, did you ever like transfer any old Pokemon in from like your X and Y?
He's asking you.
You? Yes.
I thought he was looking at you.
No. Either of you? One of you?
This is a bad set. No, I did not. Actually, I got rid of X and Y before the Pokemon Bank was announced.
Okay.
And I traded all my rare Pokemon to a friend at the time, Blake. And then I just ended up getting rid of my 3DS. And my Pokemon live on in his game somewhere.
He's probably abusing them.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe. But I'll tell you what, though. I remember the last time I was like Wonder Trading in X and Y, I was getting like hacked Pokemon. Like,
oh yeah, people cheat their
like,
asses
immediately.
Oh my god, yeah.
like
seriously.
shiny legendaries and shit. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But it kind of ruins the game a little bit, you know. Wonder Trade's awesome, and it's something to do. It's like gambling, you know.
Yeah.
Except I just gamble magic
See,
cards.
Well, yeah, that's what everyone does.
Yeah, exactly. See, what I do is like all the extra. I just want one of everything. All the extra Ultra Beasts I get, I toss out into Wonder Trade.
Yeah.
And I always get the garbage back though. I have no idea what the Shieldon's name is because it's in kanji.
Yeah.
Or some form of other language. But yeah, I have a Shieldon whose name I have no idea what it's called. It might just be Shieldon in that language.
I just hope
don't
it's penis.
know.
I have a Japanese Charmander, or he's a Charmeleon, almost be a Charizard now, and I have to change. I have to go to the Pokemon dude and change
the
his
name
name.
rater, yeah.
Yeah, the name rater.
It upsets you that much.
Yeah, dude, I can't.
Really?
handle it. Yeah, like the Japanese
just leave
kanji. I gotta see go Charmeleon. It's annoying.
Because
I'll tell you what else is annoying though. The one of the Pokemon they added, I don't know what generation, Zoroa.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
great.
dude,
The ultimate honey-dicking Pokemon.
Yep.
God, I love him.
But it's and I love it. It's awesome. But I'll tell you what's really annoying is like when you're trying to heal him in your party or whatever, and you give him a potion. It comes up on the screen. It's like, oh, Alakazam, got healed 50 points. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't want to heal Alakazam. Like, what the fuck? And then I go back and it is Zoroa.
He's the thinking man's Pokemon because like his stats aren't really that great, but like he's a good sweeper. So if he's like right in the middle of your he's in the middle of your lineup there, he's gonna do a lot of damage, and it's fantastic.
I'm working on leveling him.
Every time I get honey potted by him, and I hit him why didn't that should have just murdered you?
Honey
you
dick.
son of a bitch.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like Pokemon has a very deep metagame that you wouldn't think it does, but then
does.
But my favorite thing is like Pokemon sets itself up in such a way that things can get funny. Like my go-to Pokemon is a Smeargle. He's got a Focus Sash on him, and I taught him Extreme Speed, Destiny Bond, Sheer Cold.
And so far.
And I can't remember the last move, but basically he's a one-hit KO Smeargle, and it's so fucking funny because people get really mad about it because he can wreak havoc on parties.
I did not know you were so into Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I put like over 200 hours into Alpha Sapphire.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and I still have that entire party.
I probably put 300 hours into that.
Oh my
into
God.
those two. Like Pokemon, I literally play almost every day.
Dude, I'm having a blast, man. Just I'll be sitting there. I'll be bored watching YouTube videos, or whatever. Just pop open the 3DS. Or I guess it's my 2DS.
You start breeding.
Oh yeah. Like my first playthrough of the Pokemon is the only time where the sound is on my 3DS. After that, it's just it's everything else. It's just podcasts, videos, whatever.
I will say that I've gotten some banging Wonder Trades. Yeah. I got a Charmander immediately, and I was like, yes. Because, fuck these new starters, man. I'm all about,
Rowlet's awesome. Like, the other two kind of suck, but Rowlet's
Dude, I went with Litten, and I'm pretty happy with Litten.
You like Incineroar?
I haven't gotten him yet. I have the second.
Because here's where my problem is, though. I didn't like Sun and Moon at all. Like,
really?
The Aloha stuff, like, that region killed it for me. And then, like, instead of the gym battles, you have the island challenges.
It's a little...
Color me 30, I guess I'm an old Pokemon fan, but it's just like, what is this shit?
It is. But the thing that really I find strange about this, and I'm having a great time, but it feels like it's moving so fast.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost exhausting a little bit. I'm like, oh. one thing, then another thing. It just keeps going.
Yeah, you always have one more thing to do.
Yeah.
Now, are you boys both signing up for the Let's Go one that's coming out on Switch?
I'm signing up knowing what I'm getting into.
As am I. I'm in there.
See, I'm just like, I know this isn't a core game. It's like, as I've watched a whole bunch of gameplay on it. I'm like, I know what these games are. Like, I'm like, even for the Ultra games when I'd already played Sun and Moon a whole bunch, I knew I was super, super hyped about it. I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not gonna be like that with the Let's Go games.
Chrono's having a wrestling match upstairs. But yeah, I'm getting it because I want to start teaching my my two nephews, like getting them into Pokemon, and I think that's gonna be the way to get them in there.
Yep,
So.
my girlfriend has 2 kids, and the oldest one, he's 9, and he likes the Pokemon show a lot. And the second those Let's Go games come out, I'm like, hey, look, you literally get the level. He's gonna love that shit.
I do. I'm a little salty though that the Kanto 3D remake was wasted on Let's Go.
Yeah, I'm a little upset by that, but you know what?
But
that sets us up for what if we get the one we really want, Gold and Silver.
But I don't.
Honestly, okay. I can see that. I feel like so long as these games do well, which I mean they're going to, but like I can see Let's Go becoming the other Pokemon series, like a whole series of Let's Go games that are slowly remaking each generation with that, like with those Go style mechanics.
Right. Well, the battle system's completely intact though, from what I saw.
Yep.
So like, if you're a traditional Pokemon fan, you're gonna get what you're looking for.
But
you're just not gonna sit you're not gonna sit there and bullshit around trying to catch Pokemon with weird catch rates and stuff like that. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and it's going to be even easier because all you have to do is add a second player, and you can do 2-on-1 on every regular trainer.
You can literally force Watson to help.
Yeah, that's it. So like you can literally sit there because you can do it 1 controller each. Sit there and just play 2-player with yourself and just literally murder people. You can literally go 2-on-1, and the game doesn't account for it.
And play with
that seems a little broken.
It is. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why it's so weird to me that it's a Yellow remake.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, because you're basically breaking a game that's already out.
Outstanding. I love it.
It's gonna be. I might jump in. Dude, he's so hyped up right now.
I love it.
Damn.
Crown of the Cat.
Fucking catnip or something before we came here.
No, he just might be weird.
Other than that, I started playing Dragon Quest XI.
Now, how did you come across those two fine games?
Oh, Dragon Quest and Spider-Man. Yeah, you guys bought them for my friend's birthday. What wonderful friends I have.
Oh, please tell that story.
You bought them for my friend's birthday, and you got Brittany at GameStop to change my name to Beta Male.
Yes.
See, so that was you that called us that one day.
Yeah,
I was pretty sure. Like,
that was
I
me.
thought I recognized your voice. I'm like, is that Pedro?
We were trying to set up. We were just trying to set up something funny, and god damn it, did we pull it off?
Yeah, you did, because I had to walk in there, and it was someone new that was there. It wasn't Brittany or Joe. I don't remember who it was.
The new girl?
I don't know. But they were like, oh, no. There was a guy filling in.
Oh, Josh. Gotcha,
yeah.
Gotcha, yeah.
And he's like, all right, what's the name under? I was like, my friends put my name under Beta Male. Well, because like, Brittany had changed it back the day before, but she didn't change it back right. She missed the K in my name. So he couldn't find my name, and I was like, oh, she probably changed it back. I was like, oh, my friends came in, had me change my name to Beta Male. So he's like searching up Beta Male, and like, it didn't work, I guess.
God damn it, that is great.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so funny.
You shamed me, Pedro, but payback's coming. You started a war now, sir.
I'm untouchable.
We'll see. But Dragon Quest XI, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say about it. It's really good. The animation's great. It's fun. But it's Dragon Quest. It's more Dragon Quest.
Yeah, see, for me, I was leaning on the fence about getting it, and then I decided I was pass for now. I'm gonna pick it up later down the road.
It's a game that you're not gonna sit down and play all the way through, like back to back to back.
No.
It's like you jump in, play for a few hours, jump out, because it's a 100-hour game, literally.
Take your time, slow burn,
Yep.
real slow burn.
Yeah, that's how I played Octopath. And yeah, I thought about it. I looked up a couple of different videos on it, and I was watching. I'm just like, I just the music kills me. The music's
It's very classic
bad.
music.
Like, yeah, it's not necessarily bad. It's just it's like it sounds like someone redid like NES.
Yeah.
Music.
Well, because some of those sound effects and stuff like that, they're like staples of the series. So anytime like you go down steps and stuff like that, like they keep the classic sounds.
The battle, the like fanfare.
Yeah,
stage.
because for some reason the fans love that.
Dude,
I don't know any Dragon Quest fans.
The Japanese people are apeshit about Dragon Quest. They only release
so
Dragon.
weird, yeah.
They only release Dragon Quest games on Saturdays.
Yeah, because people don't go to work.
Yeah.
How amazing is that?
That's incredible. It's like in central Pennsylvania when we have off for deer season and school.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that is weird. That school takes a
see-
day off. Oh, what's that? No, what's that? Fishing season starts. All right.
Fun fact: when I pick my leave at work, I make sure to take those days, and then I make people pay me to switch.
Nice.
A businessman.
I love it.
A businessman.
What's that? All right.
Like, oh, well, you need off for deer season? All right, I'm gonna need $50, dude.
That's amazing. Pedro, you savage.
I know. I love taking advantage of people. God damn
I
it.
love taking advantage of people. Oh my god.
You're right. Yeah. It's I hear about Dragon Quest's insane popularity in Japan.
Yeah.
And then like Monster Hunter, at least somewhat has transferred its popularity over here. Like it has its you never really hear about like hardcore Dragon Quest fans over here in the States.
No, you don't, and it's crazy because it's like such a long-running series
Yeah.
too. We got Dragon Warrior all the way back on the NES, which is weird why they changed the name to Dragon Warrior.
I mean, Final Fantasy's numbering system.
Well, you ever notice they do a bunch of weird shit with Dragon Quest though? Like, a lot of them came out. Almost all of them came out over here on handhelds, like at some point or another.
Yeah.
And then
that came out on 3DS in Japan.
yeah, and then Dragon Quest X was an MMO on Wii and Wii U.
Yeah, it's weird because like Dragon Quest VIII is like the last real Dragon Quest.
That was the last console until this.
The last console and like 3D one, and then Dragon Quest IX came out, and it was like on a 3DS.
Yeah,
Say?
no, I think it was it's just a DS game.
Was it? Yeah.
But I think they're
was,
doing interesting stuff. Like I like Dragon Quest Builders a lot. That was a real fun game.
Yeah, I tried the demo.
And the Dragon Quest Heroes, the Musou game or whatever it is, it's called, like the Dynasty Warrior style game one was pretty good.
Yeah.
So they're doing interesting shit with it.
When it comes to Switch, I might give it.
That's kind of what I think I'm gonna pick it up when it's Switch.
I get pretty much all my JRPGs on Switch because they're such. Switch is great for grind focused games.
Oh yeah, dude.
So like I would not have beaten Octopath without it being on Switch.
Xenoblade 2 on Switch was amazing.
I still have yet to play that.
So fucking.
When I played 10 hours and quit.
Well,
I played like 2 hours and quit.
it's really hurtful, guys. It's one of my favorite games I played this year.
I got the collector's edition.
So did I.
Still only played 2 hours.
Seth, did you get the collector's edition? Huh?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
And I want it so
Dude,
bad.
that
I want that
artwork
collector's.
is really nice. And, like,
Yeah,
the art style
that's
is
beautiful.
Really sweet. And
Best.
I'm so sad I didn't get the collector's edition because I want it so bad.
I could
well,
sense
I
your
would love the
sadness.
Octopath Collector's Edition, and I didn't fucking get it. You barely touched Octopath. I poured 105 hours in that damn game, so I don't want to hear that.
You know, it's really weird. When I went to Nintendo World when I went to New York on a whim the one day. They had like a shitload of the collector's edition just sitting there.
Yeah.
And I considered buying it, and I was like, no. Just left. I don't know why. Like I should have. Octopath is a game I should own, and I just for some reason I'm like I'm good. I'm alright on this. I don't know why.
Oh, the Octopath collector's edition.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Xenoblade.
No, the Octopath.
You're not even like slightly interested in that?
I mean, I am. I just for some reason can't bring myself to buy it. Like I don't.
It's a weird conundrum, Pedro.
It is weird. I'm noticing like, unless it's something I really, really, really want, I'm good.
Honestly, Octopath surprised me. I wasn't excited for it. I really want to be like,
I like the art style.
Yeah, I like that stuff, but like, I'm really glad I got that game. I beat that game 2 days before Spider-Man came out. Finally, I love that game. Like,
Yeah.
I lost my life to that game.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. No, it's super good, but I just don't have any motivation to play my Switch right now.
I get it.
See, I'm the other way around. I've barely like Spider-Man's the first time I've touched my PS4 in a long.
Yeah, I know, and it's weird because I loved Xenoblade, and then after that, I was like, oh, I don't know.
No, that's gonna be an interesting discussion because I'm also on the I'm on Seth's side here where my Switch has gotten a lot of neglect.
Yeah.
Where like I was at training for a week and I would play it on break, like playing Sonic Mania and whatever it is. Other than that, I haven't really touched it.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I do play my Switch, though, like I'll start it up, I'll play for something for like 10 minutes, I'll just be like, I'll do that side, like, all right, and I'll just turn it off and put it back.
And we're done. Well, because are you a tabletop guy? Tabletop mode, handheld mode, TV mode?
Oh, TV mode for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
And then it's nice because I can.
Then it's just basically another console.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
See, to me, where I love the Switch is right in tabletop mode. Tabletop mode is fucking great.
Really?
Yeah, because
So
usually
you put the little kickstand up?
I put the little kickstand up. I put something on the TV if I'm watching like a baseball game or hockey, and then I kick the kickstand up, and we're in there.
Well, you play those
See,
stupid.
I'm the other way. I'm handheld mode. Like I played Zelda almost entirely in handheld
Yeah.
mode. Like don't get me wrong, I actually like the TV mode, and I have a pro. Like you need a pro controller. If you're gonna
Absolutely.
play TV. Like,
Wired or wireless, doesn't
yeah,
matter.
seriously, like you have to have a pro controller. But it surprises me how right it just feels Yeah, your cat's like making sweet love to my damn shoes. Yeah. Just so you know, like it's been there for like 5 minutes straight.
It's weird though too because Nintendo's Pro Controller, right? $70. I guess it's not weird. It's kind of amazing. But then on those controllers are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Those wired ones.
Yeah, and the cords double as great cell phone chargers.
They do.
They sure do. That's what that is right now.
Long as shit.
Yeah, just throwing that out there.
That is what that is.
My only problem with the Pro Controller is that the plus and minus buttons are too close to the home and share. Like I keep accidentally going to the home menu, accidentally taking screenshots when I don't want to.
Now you know what upset me was what they did with the Xenoblade one, because I really wanted that controller. They made it a point to make that controller very scarce.
Have you seen the Smash controller?
Mm.
Oh, I want it. It's
got
black.
the-
It's black and silver.
4.
But
Which is weird because the 4 became like the Smash symbol, right?
Yeah.
But that was
Yeah.
like exclusive to the 4th Smash game.
That's the Smash Ball symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Smash Brothers. Excited.
I've been honeydicking you guys and being like, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass.
No, but we well know that you're not.
No, I don't really care about Smash at all.
No, but we know
I
you're
care
no
enough
threat.
to be excited, but nothing I'm gonna lose my shit over.
But there is one man we have a blood debt to settle.
Robert's really.
Yes.
Pedro, I just want to remind you that I can beat you at any fighting game if I want to. I have let you beat me in King of Fighters and Street Fighter.
I hate that shit when people
All these years.
let me beat them. I'm like, no, if you can kick my ass.
We call it
kick my
sandbagging in the fighting game community.
Sandbagging.
So, Joe, what have you been playing, buddy?
I played a whole bunch of Octopath, but then I beat Spider-Man in the past 2 days.
You didn't just beat it, you platinumed it.
Damn.
I've been hearing that's an easy platinum.
It is. It's just basically a collectathon.
Okay.
For like there's 2 or 3 other trophies that just basically require you to do like a couple things in combat. That's really about it. It's very, very easy platinum to get. And it's a fun one to get too because all the collectibles are really fun. But yeah, we'll save Spider-Man for later. But yeah, Octopath, it blows me away how much I enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
Like I was not
Now,
expecting to like.
does it give you like a Bravely Default feel, or is it more of
I never
a?
played Bravely
Is
Default
it more
because
of a I Am Setsuna feel, or what's the other one? Lost Fear. Like, give me like what are
Just got a
we
picture of my
You
character.
could.
like? Where are we at in the?
I would say it's more on the I Am Setsuna's end, but like the thing I like about it is that once you beat whichever character you pick first chapter, it's just open. It's like, hey, go to whichever character you want. You can collect them in any order.
Yeah.
You can even go straight to. I mean, you can't because you're way too low level. But you could, within theory, go straight to your chapter 2. Like it's a very open play style.
Okay.
Lets you go about it. And I'll say this: just do a little bit of grinding. Like not even literally just do every dungeon once. And honestly, it's not that hard either. Outside of the boss battles, the boss battles are the only time you're really gonna have trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what kind of took the wind out of my sails with Octopath. Was that I was like all in, right? I was having a blast, and I beat the starting area for my warrior, Ulbrich. And then I went north, and I picked up the merchant, and that story
Tressa, yeah.
drug on.
Yeah,
And
Tressa's does not have the best chapter
Yeah,
one.
I was like, all right, so cool. Like, we're done with this. Then we're gonna go up, a little more north and get the scholar.
Yep.
And I like started playing through that, and I was like, all right, well,
See, yeah, only like 2 or 3 characters have a good chapter 1. Like
Yeah.
everyone has a really solid chapter, but it's mixed in between.
Yeah.
Like Ulbrich's story, he shouldn't have a chapter 4, or else his chapter 3 should be a chapter 4. Like his story ends at chapter 3, and then
Oh, really?
And then it has to bullshit another villain to make a chapter 4, pretty much. I'm like, no, like his whole story's been building up to this point. Oh wait, no, we gotta do one more thing because we need a chapter 4. Shit, we ended his story too early.
that's annoying.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Not really saw me on that.
No, but like the pacing is really interesting because there's some characters that I fucking love, like Hanit. I love her whole storyline, and they do a really good job of. You never realize that like everything kind of adds up until the very end. Then like whenever you try and go after the final boss, all of a sudden it's like, oh, this was this, and this was this. Oh shit, this was this. Like it does a really good job of like, oh shit, you've been actually working towards the main plot the whole time because there isn't a main storyline along. Like everyone just has their 4 chapters and that's it until you beat all
okay.
8 characters'
The
stories.
Octopath.
Then there's a final boss. Like there's no like overarching save the world type story. It's literally just 4 people's stories, which sometimes gets hilarious. There are several times where like you get captured, you get caught. And it's just like, no, there are 3 other people that are apparently invisible during this cutscene that would not let this shit fly. like there's several times where, yeah, like then the thing is, you'll be like, say you get put in a jail cell, then it'll go back to gameplay, and all 4 characters are running around the jail cell like, game, don't bring attention to this. Like, no, bad game. Like We would very much not have had like some Yahtzee from no oh god I can't
Zero punctuation.
Yeah, zero punctuation. Yeah, he put it the best way. It's like literally during every cutscene, all the other characters just go right up the main character's ass.
Yeah, basically.
Or whoever's story it is.
And traditional JRPG fashion.
Exactly, yeah.
Right up there.
So yeah, but there's a lot of times where characters will get pushed down a hole or get stabbed or something. I'm like, where the fuck is everybody else? Like, who let this shit happen? like Ulrich was just here 2 seconds ago. He would not let this shit fly.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But gameplay wise, it's so much like the battle systems are like this is one of the few games I didn't mind doing extra grinding because the battle system's so much fun.
It is a lot of fun.
That's always the mark of a good RPG where like you enjoy the grind.
Mm-hmm.
Where like a Persona 5, like I love the battle system so much.
Yep.
It's
It's
fun.
so good.
Yeah.
It's not work.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing with Dragon Quest though, is that like the battle system is very basic. It's like straight, just classic.
Well, I heard
JRPG.
there was two different type of battle systems. Like there was one that was like more active. Like I heard you had options there.
The only thing, I mean, because I've only played it for a couple of hours, but the only thing I noticed was that you could move around while you're taking your turn.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
And I don't know what significance that has.
I heard that it has none. It literally is just a visual thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, but because I just found it by accident. Because your characters line up when you go into battle.
And then you just
But, like I accidentally hit the thumbstick and my character moved forward, and I was like, oh, so this is interesting. But
Yeah, I heard it was literally just for visual aesthetics.
I mean,
That's
I
fun.
guess it's whatever. But yeah, so far it's not really pulling me in. It is what it is.
Shocking.
Well, not really shocking. It's just I'll go back to it, give it some more love. And then
I don't see you. I don't see you finishing that.
maybe I have to now, Pedro.
Well, shit.
Challenge accepted. Me, I've been playing strictly one game because I'm noticing life stops for me when either a Shin Megami Tensei game comes out and apparently now Yakuza game. So I've been playing Yakuza 2, Kiwami 2.
As have I.
God, I fucking love this game.
So good.
Oh my!
It's so good. It takes everything that was good about Kiwami 1, improves on it with Yakuza 6, mixes them together, and you get the best game of the series.
Yes. Now, do you miss? Because I kind of miss the fighting engine from Kiwami. I don't know why.
Sure do.
Yeah, okay, so it's not just me then. Like,
Well, no, I think the fighting engine from Kiwami is awesome because like you got to select your different style.
Yeah.
You know, and if there's like it was cool being like, oh, this guy's a huge brawler, got to switch to my fast mode. You know, and whatnot, but. It's cool. That works out really well.
Yeah, but I'm actually really enjoying myself. I love the open world feel to them. Like I hate when people describe this like as GTA when it's like so far from the truth.
Because the open world's really not that big.
No, not really. Kamurocho's not that big,
No.
which I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's just like
But everything's like so well done and like, it feels like a real intimate city.
Now, did you get into any of the mini games and stuff like that?
I have.
God,
I
I love Club Sega in that.
Currently, I'm currently challenging the last girl in darts.
Okay.
Darts is hard, man.
See, I've been glued to Virtual On.
I hated that game.
I love it. I think I'm gonna go buy it for my Sega Saturn. Like that's probably what's gonna happen.
So people who don't understand at home, Virtual On is a Sega game on the Dreamcast that's like a robot fighting game, and it's super hard to get. But it's terrible. Dude, it's terrible. I don't understand how you like it.
I don't know. It just
The
speaks
camera
to me.
is the one that is.
Well, I also understand that it's an old game and it's gonna be clunky.
The camera though, you can't move the camera.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, but it moves like real slow. It moves with your character.
Well, you gotta anticipate what the other robot's gonna. It felt like had I gotten that as a kid when we had just no Gundam games, I felt like that would have been the game for me because I love it.
First off, though, like where are all the Gundam games at?
You know what? Yeah, isn't that
Where
weird?
are the good Gundam games at? Like, come on.
Because like didn't everyone then we perk up for what Gundam Versus, which I thought was terrible, but Watson loved it. Don't do with that what you will, but
Watson
Watson
got Gundam
loved it.
Versus, and then was like super into Gundam, and then was playing online. And he was getting wrecked.
it was fucking great.
Is it one of those games where it's like, oh, where you think you're really good, the second you touch another human player, you just get buried?
Yeah,
I've had those
basically.
games where I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm actually pretty good at the game. Let me go online. Yeah. Oh god.
Right, and because we just haven't gotten that game that's like a mecha style game where like
A new Gundam game just came out. Did you see that?
no,
Gundam Breaker.
is it good?
It's a Gunpla game.
Ooh.
Where it's like Gunpla, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
real.
You like collect pieces on the battlefield and shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
customize your Gundam.
that's a hard pass there.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
You know,
I was
I
watching
just-
some gameplay. I'm like, yeah, I'm
Give me like a
Yeah.
Gundam themed Armored Core. Like give me that.
Yeah.
Didn't they just announce an Armored Core or something?
No.
They keep teasing
We
it.
wanted
They-
it.
Yeah, they keep teasing it and teasing it and teasing it, but they have yet to officially announce anything. They keep saying they're working on something, but that's it.
Yeah.
We're living in a world where we're finally getting the end of Devil May Cry's story. So
Hey, listen, anything can happen.
yeah.
But yeah, just if you are looking for a decent PlayStation exclusive, for that's not a whole lot of money. You can get Kiwami, I think, for $30. This game came out for $40. Both beautiful steel books. I recommend them, but I recommend starting the series at Yakuza 0. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
that
so
cover.
good.
Seriously.
But the thing is that Kiwami is like a perfect. They were so smart with Kiwami.
I agree.
Because Kiwami is like a perfect entry point for that series. Not Zero. Zero sucks.
I love 0. It's my favorite one.
Nope, you suck.
I wish that the other remakes gave enough as much of a shit as the Kiwami games do. Like I've never touched a Yakuza game, but I can see just from like watching trailers, watching gameplay,
It's so
and the way people talk about it, just the stupid amount of love that go into those two remakes. Like, why can't other games that get remade like that get that much shit given?
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, I appreciate Sega for really doing us some justice. We're getting all the Yakuza games that are going to come to PS4. There's rumors that they have 2 games. They're not technically Yakuza games, but they're set in, like, the Edo period.
Yeah,
So with the success of like Kiwami 2 and 0 and 6, rumor has it, so we can't substantiate this, that they are going to be translating those and giving us PS4 remakes.
It's going to be amazing.
I can't wait.
I think it'd be amazing. I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like it's going to be great.
Shoot, every freaking video game, like if there's been any video game that's been popular is either getting a spiritual successor, a remake, a sequel out of nowhere. Like this, if you liked something, trust me, in some way or shape or form, it's going to come back.
It's coming back. Like a lot of stuff from our childhood.
Right. We live in a world where Shenmue 1 and 2 are now on PS4. Onimusha is coming back.
That kills me. That freaking Shenmue is legitimately coming back. Like Shenmue 3 is going to has a date for God's sake.
Back.
They announced a date like for a year.
It's literally a year.
I love that the game got kickstarted and it was like over 6 million backers. I think that might just be all the Shenmue fans. Like
every single Shenmue fan.
Literally every single.
But like, here's the thing: is that so if that game then sells 6 million copies, is that a success? I say yes.
Well, because everyone came out of the woodwork and they're like, "Oh, like we love Shenmue."
No, you don't.
And it's like, okay, well, the first one was an exclusive to Dreamcast. And the second one was exclusive to Xbox. So, like, are you sure you love Shenmue?
No, here's the thing. People don't love Shenmue.
One thing I find kind of interesting is that, like, whenever that game was first announced, and the Kickstarter was first a thing, one of the pundits I was watching, I think it was GameSpot, was like, it's like, I donated to that game. I've never even touched a Shenmue game, but I've heard about this game for so fucking long. I gave it money anyway, just so it can be a thing.
Yeah. It's one of those things, because I remember the hype train on Shenmue, and then when I first started collecting, like, retro games, I got a Dreamcast. Let me jump in on this Shenmue, and I played it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it hasn't aged well.
For its time, like it came out like I think 99 or 2000. Like it was one of those games that like it was a technical marvel. 2018, not so much.
Yeah,
dude, I was watching gameplay of it, and I'm like,
it's basically a shittier version. Of that.
Yeah, I'm like, just play Yakuza.
Like that's what I would say. Let's go play Yakuza, man.
It's better. You gotta play Yakuza, man.
Yeah, you gotta get in there.
If I ever get time.
Oh, you gotta make time.
I'll go balls deep in one of those games.
Because you have to understand, it's like it plays.
There's so much testosterone in there.
It's so hard to explain it because it's so much fun once you accept what it is.
Yeah.
But it is a PS2 game remake, so like there's a lot of stuff that really feels PS2ish, like the text boxes and the way the fighting works. But it's like so good.
Like I like a good action combat system, which we'll get into with Spider-Man.
Well, it's one of the,
so like if it's got a good one of those, I'll really appreciate it.
For sure.
It's one of those games where like Seth said, you have to accept that there's gonna be a lot of bullshit that goes on. Where like people have these essence where they'll glow red or blue. No one ever speaks of it. It's just never addressed.
They're just like on fire.
It's just a thing. But then like some of the moments they set up are just testosterone filled. Like basically it's just like, oh yeah, these two men need to fight. Like that's the only way to solve this, and it's great.
Well, like, we can talk it out. No, they need to fight.
No, we can't talk it out.
This is Japan.
There is in Yakuza 6 there's a very exact moment where one of the characters wants to take a baby out of an orphanage or whatever it is, and the other guy doesn't want to let him. So they decide they need to trade hands. And, the winner just walks up with the baby.
Wow, damn.
And the other guy's like, all right, you've bested me.
and then the orphanage lady's like, I got paperwork!
Nope. God, I love these games.
That's amazing. Did you play the photo shoot minigame?
Yeah, that game is... What the fuck is that, man?
Dude, I was crying laughing.
I was in tears laughing because it was absurd.
So there is, in Yakuza Kiwami 2, there is a photo shoot minigame where you have to be the photographer and photograph models, right?
Okay. Sounds Japanese.
It's very Japanese.
Japanese AF.
But like the models, you get points based on like what you say to them.
Oh,
and the goal of the game is to get them to like love you, and then they're gonna take more clothes off.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so but then like, and this is like the only part of these games that's like this. It's really strange. But the thing that I haven't told you yet is it is
conversational,
real. What would you call it?
Oh, it's like real video.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh no, it's not real motion video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, it is.
Oh God, that's no. I couldn't do that.
Oh, hi, Watson's mom.
Right here in Vicky's box.
Okay.
Open that for her.
Bye, Watson's mom.
Bye, Watson's mom.
But no, not.
Oh, that
Oh
was
man.
weird. She was probably like, what the fuck?
Well,
are
did you see that
fucking
Night Trap
doing?
has got re-released on Switch?
Yeah.
Speaking of full motion video, like that
Why do
stuff
people
feels-
like this game?
And here's the
I don't
thing.
understand.
And here's the thing, because with Night Trap, I don't know if you're old enough to remember when it came out or you are. Like when it came out when we like in the 90s.
I wasn't old enough for it.
I was I want to say around 5 or 6 years old. So like I vaguely remember it. And I remember wanting a Sega CD and Night Trap, and then like I remember years later when I was 11 or 12 emulating it. I'm like, this game fucking sucks. This
Yeah, it does.
game sucks.
Of,
Like,
of,
this
of,
game's
all
fucking
the, of
terrible.
all the games that cause a controversy, why'd it have to be this thing?
Yeah, it was one of those things like that game's terrible.
Yeah, it's
And
not,
it-
it's not like Mortal Kombat where you legitimately want to fight for it. It's like no one gives a shit.
And then you know, Limited Run put out a release, a physical release for PS4, and it sold like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And I remember when I got it, it went for like it sold out in I think 15 seconds. Like it was quick.
Yeah.
And on eBay, it was going for like stupid. I ended up selling mine because I don't care enough about that game.
It was going for like $600.
Yeah, I sold mine for $300.
Yeah.
So again, I love taking advantage of people, but it's one of these things like this game isn't good. It's a cult classic in the vein where it's so bad it's good, but it's just like I don't understand the obsession with this game.
Which
like,
is
it's stupid.
interesting because games are so much harder to do that with than movies. Like movies is simple because it's just you don't have to interact with it. Like a bad game isn't fun.
No.
So to get a game that's so bad it's good is a rarity with
Yeah,
games.
the game's ridiculous.
Tell you what game is so bad it's not fun. Yakuza 0.
You're a piece of shit for that. Real piece of shit.
Let's talk about Spider-Man.
I suppose.
Dude, I have only put an hour into it. I was a little busy this weekend, but and Joe, you don't know this, but Pedro does. I've been a lifelong Spider-Man fan up until like
I caught on to that whenever you asked me for collector's edition after it was sold out.
And it broke him.
up until like 6 months ago. Because I'm like a huge comic book nerd too. And I've bought Spider-Man comics forever up until like 6 months ago when the terrible writing for the past 5 years finally broke me.
Dude, right after God, what's the One More Day? After One More Day, it's just been downhill from
Dan
there.
Slott. That was Dan Slott. From then until about a month ago, that was all Dan Slott. He was writing that entire. He's a long Dan.
No, don't do this. Don't do this.
Okay, I'm not gonna go that deep.
Are we gonna go into a Spider-Man rant?
No, we've
I
done
just-
it all the time.
I just gotta set it up. Dan Slott is the longest running Spider-Man author, and he was terrible. And I kept these barstools are terrible. They hurt your ass real bad.
No, you're good.
Longest running. Your pen just broke.
Twice.
Nothing infuriates Pedro like a broken pen.
Takes the wind right out of the sails. Like,
A broken pen and a broken hair tie.
Well, so much for my happy mood.
But Dan Slott, longest running Spider-Man author, and he was awful. And I couldn't take it anymore. He killed Spider-Man like twice. And he replaced him with Otto Octavius at one point.
I remember that one. Yeah.
It just broke me, dude. I kept buying him every other week and being like, okay, it's gonna start getting good. It's gonna start getting good.
It's gotta get good. It's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's
And
gotta
then
get good.
and then I just couldn't anymore. So I kind of just forsook.
Forsaken.
No,
For so long.
I let go of Spider-Man. And I just kind of give up on the whole comic book industry in general because I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
And then I played this today, and I swear to God, Pedro and Joe, I swear to God,
Are we back?
I
we
was
back?
teary-eyed when this game was opening up.
Really?
Like the first fucking scene in this movie, I was like, oh no, they got it. Like they figured it out.
See, and I was trying to gauge where you were because what you were trying to do up until release, you're like, nope, this game's not gonna be. This game's probably gonna be average. This game's probably gonna be middling. I'm like, Seth, this game looks pretty good. You're like, no. And then you weren't. I don't think you were gonna buy it until I forced your hand.
Yeah, you did. It was gonna be either Dragon Quest or Spider-Man, and I was like, I think Dragon Quest is gonna be.
Yeah,
better.
when you said that to me, I'm like, I know what I have to do.
Dude, I was like about to cry when I was like playing it. I was like, oh my god, it's my childhood. Like they figured Spider-Man out. Like it's a good Spider-Man thing again.
Did you play either of the Amazing Spider-Man games?
I played the first one, and I played about halfway through the second one. And the first one I thought was very underrated.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I actually think the first one's not terrible. It's honestly kind of good.
Yeah, and there's one moment in the first one that I'll never forget. It's at the very end of the game when there's the wreckage and whatnot, and you hear the news reporter, and they're like freaking out because the city's on fire or whatever, and Spider-Man like bursts out of the wreckage, and you walk forward, the news reporter goes, "Oh my God, it's Spider-Man!" And it's just like a really powerful scene with the fire. He's walking through the street and whatnot. It was really cool. But this game blows it away with like a shotgun. It's disgusting.
This game is the good version, like the good AAA polished version of those two games.
Yeah,
is the best way I can describe. Like, what if the Amazing Spider-Mans had money, time, and like really good talent behind them?
Yeah. The thing is that like for me, they just captured it. Like they just got it perfect. Like, and it's not only the Spider-Man parts, but it's also the Peter Parker parts, which everything else has struggled with.
Yeah.
Like the first scene of the game, it's like, and I'm not trying to spoil anything. We're not spoiling this game.
No.
Because I don't own it yet.
The first scene of the game is Peter Parker laying in bed, waking up, and getting an alert and going to be Spider-Man, right? But the way that they frame it and the music, dude, it's perfect.
The music that kicks on whenever you start swinging, like it just every time it's just like, yeah, I'm Spider-Man.
Now, see, had they gotten like the '90s cartoon one, I'm in. But no, I know
that's the only possible thing I can think of, because this game's and the voice actor's not bad. But had they gotten the '90s cartoon voice actor, God damn it, the ceiling in my house wouldn't exist because I would have blown a hole through it
with an erection.
Yeah. So, but that's all. I mean, I don't have much to tell you. I just started it, so it's like.
As someone who has beat this game, it's a very good 8 out of 10 for me. Like, it's not.
Okay.
I'm not sitting here like, holy shit. I can't wait for the sequel to this game. I like this story's really good. The gameplay, especially like the collectibles and everything's really solid. Its combat is its weak point.
Really, you think so?
Yeah, the combat it's rough around the edges. It takes a good while to really get into. And then, especially if you want to try and 100% this game, you're gonna see a lot of it.
I died a few times in the first boss.
Yeah.
I was like, oh dear.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little rough. It's hard.
There's a couple times where, it can get real bullshitty.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though. Right now, I'm sitting at a solid 10 out of 10. I'm gonna be playing this game until 6 o'clock in the morning.
You also haven't gotten into like the parts where you're not playing Peter Parker Spider-Man. I won't say who all you play. What are the two most infamous mission types in all of gaming?
Escort missions.
Escort missions and what else?
Defense missions. Tower life.
Underwater missions.
Forced stealth sequences.
What?
Forced stealth sequences.
Stealth. Okay.
There's like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
And they're really fun. Yeah, they're really. Anytime you're not playing as Peter Parker or Spider-Man, you're in a forced stealth sequence.
No.
And it's
now what I hope doesn't happen to you, Seth, because I've seen this train before. This happened to you when you were playing Final Fantasy 15. You were in there, and then Chapter 13 hit.
And then I was out. I was in, and I was right out.
That's the other thing. Is the story to this game, the pacing is so fucking good. Yeah. Like, it ramps up. Like, by the end, it's like, damn. And I'll say this. The actual ending of this game, I won't say a word about it, nails it.
Nails it?
It just, like, you talk about the beginning nailing it, the ending nails it.
Like does it God of War ending nail it?
God of War's a fucking amazing ending.
Okay, because that's a standard.
That's an ending.
It's under God of War, but it's close. Like, it hits all the emotional beats you want it to. It wraps up the story just right, and it encompasses like especially Peter's. Just, man, the final scene with Peter and everything just hits it so right of his character.
Yeah, I'm glad I went on media blackout for this, because I know there were spoilers running.
I honestly, I've been on media blackout, and for some reason I didn't find it that hard to be on media blackout.
Like not until the very last week or so before the game came out did they start actually throwing a lot of trailers.
Yeah, they put a lot of money behind advertising.
Every time a trailer came out, I had to close my eyes because
it was the same trailer.
Yeah,
so I knew what it was.
Just skip past to the next scene.
Yeah. The only thing I legitimately know is the one thing that happened. One thing that got spoiled on Sacred Symbols, and then that Mr. Negative is in the game. That's all I know.
Well, Mr. Negative was the.
Oh yeah. Well, they showed him off way back at E3 2 years ago.
And that's how I want it. I want this game to impress me.
For a villain, Mr. Negative.
I'll say this. So you've seen where he works? Mm-hmm. Dude, did you see that? That, as far as I know, they never said a word about. It's his job.
Well, because in the comics, Mr. Negative is very different.
And they go interesting places with him in this game.
Now, because here's my thing. So, like, do you think that we get more of these games from, like, Marvel Studios and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, do you think, like, this is, with the success of this, I don't know how well it's selling, but it's been received really well.
I have no doubt it's going to do well.
Because I feel like this could be...
Well, how did you guys sell it at the store?
They sent us in over 100 copies, and we only had like half of those pre-ordered. Our store is expected to sell a shit ton.
But
and I've had almost every friend that I've had messaging me talking about it. Like almost everyone I know that games is playing this game.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm missing out on the initial hype for it. Because like I don't want God of War came out. I feel like it's very similar. Everyone's like, yo, you need to go play this. And it's a lot of people were saying it's like the weakest of the 3 big Sony exclusives this year, but like I don't remember that type of buzz around Detroit become huge.
Yeah, I was gonna say Detroit's what I would say would be the weak.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah, like if there is one like Detroit seems to be good, but like it like Spider-Man's definitely better than that.
Pedro, you gotta jump in.
I'm debating it.
No, just do it. I'm telling you, you're jumping in.
It's 20 hours to 100% it. That's really like I said.
That's it.
Like I said, I really
like that's perfect.
I mean I beat it like I said in 2 days. Like I played the night it came out. I started playing at like 10, played it till like 3:30, and then I played it all yesterday. And I beat it at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I saw when I came back from the bachelor party. I saw your Facebook stats about platinum. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
that's fast.
I platinumed it at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and the thing is, I want to go back.
So did you use like a guide to find all the collectibles or?
No, they're fairly easy to find.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they're usually laid out on the map, or else you can use it. There's only 2 trophies that are like hidden trophies that I had to look up, and that's really bad.
Funny story about collectibles, a little similar to this, is Infamous 2. You had to I was going for the platinum in that game. I never finished it, but you had to get all these like I forget what they were. They were collectibles of some sort. But the game had like a create a map mode, and the collectibles didn't disappear in that mode. So, basically,
I got you could cheese it to get.
Well, you could like go through someone else's play, like because you could not just create game modes, you could create challenges. That's what it was.
Okay.
You could create challenges. So you'd load up someone else's challenge, but the challenge was like, oh, gather all the collectibles, or it'd be like, and the other it'd be like easy trophy.
Yep.
And you click on, it, and the game would just teleport you to each collectible location.
Little Big Planet. Like 1 and 2 had so many of those where it's like, hey, because you had a whole trophy list of be like, oh, get a whole bunch of this, and like it would literally like there were ones that would literally just put you on a platform and it would literally just do everything for you. Like you literally set your controller down, got unlocked 5, 6, 7 trophies.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's what I got about Spider-Man, man.
But yeah, Spider-Man, it's really fun. Like I said, it falls weak in its combat a lot, and then the story. Well, I liked it. Like I wish that like only 2 villains really get a lot of love. Like I wish that some of the other ones could have more screen time and they kind of just pop up. Oh, here they are. Have a really fun boss battle, and they kind of go away.
Now who would be another comic book character that we would like to see get the same treatment here?
The Hulk.
That's an interesting
That's
choice.
not a bad one.
That's
That's
not
not
a
a
The
bad
Hulk
choice.
had a really, really amazing PS2 game called Ultimate Destruction, and it was so fun.
I mean, my go-to comic book character is Batman's, and he's already had 3.
Yeah, I think he's over.
Honestly, 4
overdone.
amazing games.
And especially with the Telltale stuff, where I think like that's kind of where Batman. That's a sweet spot for Batman right
I
now.
think so too.
But like, honestly, I would like a Superman Telltale game. I'd love to see them like a Superman where I can choose to be a darker version of Superman.
Yeah, a Superman Telltale game is the perfect way to do Superman.
Yeah.
And I don't think like a Rockstar Superman. Which everyone wants the Rockstar Superman game. I don't want it.
Rocksteady Superman. You mean
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
The
No.
Rockstar.
Yeah. Like,
That'd be incredible.
See, don't get wrong. It would be a good game. I don't want them to make a Superman game either. Like they work really well in that much more focused. Like Superman game, no matter what, it has to be big.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make a true Superman game, it's gotta be big. And I don't want them to make that kind of like. Honestly, I want them to make something brand new that they made up all by themselves, like Horizon Zero Dawn style.
What else would be a good superhero
I'm trying to
game?
think. Yeah. Green Arrow's kind of obvious, but it would just be another Batman game.
I feel
basically.
like the X-Men could use a game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Ultimate Alliance games weren't bad.
No, they weren't bad, but they were so long ago.
Yeah.
And Did you guys know Ultimate Alliance for the Xbox 360?
Yeah, there's like a really rare version.
Ultimate Alliance 2 Gold Edition is like super expensive and rare.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's some DLC.
Because it has DLC on disc and the DLC is like cool characters like Venom.
Yeah.
And they took it off the Microsoft Store. So the only way to get it is through that disc.
Oh yeah.
Version.
Oh shoot. They just took both games down off of all digital stores. Period.
Oh yeah.
Like out of nowhere because of Marvel's cracking down on Activision having them.
So.
I mean, Deadpool, I would like to have a better game about it. But
Dude, I was like, I picked that game up. And I'm like, there's no way this can be as bad as everyone says.
I played it on PS3 and it was pretty decent.
The PS4 version has massive frame rate issues.
That one's a piece of shit.
That's where I played it too. It was PS4, and I'm like, this is surprisingly dog shit.
Yeah. Like if you play the PS3 version, like that's the one I played. It was like what I expected out of a Deadpool game. I don't need anything else out of it.
Oh, by the way, speaking of PS3 games, did you see that THQ picked up Kingdoms of Amalur?
Yeah.
Dude, don't even get
Doctor.
fucking started.
Oh, Doctor.
Kingdoms of Amalur would be easily as top 10, almost top 5, I'd say, favorite games of all time. I love it too. Fuck out of that game. The fact, I don't care if all I get's a remake. I'll fucking take it. I will pour another 130 hours into that fucking
I love
game.
a port on PS4.
Dude, I would take that out. Like, what I want them to do with that is I want them to Darksiders it.
It's probably coming because Red Faction got a PS4.
Right?
Like, it's coming.
Like, yeah, because what they did with Darksiders is they released a remakes. They're like, alrighty, people liked them. They only sold them at like $20, $30 each.
Yeah.
Alrighty, get people in the door. And then then take a couple years and make a full-fledged
that's what
sequel.
you should do.
And have some do that with Amalur. Totally do it. Like, the fact that game got screwed out of this killed me because
It's so good.
It is. It's like it's one of those games where like every underrated games list should have that on there because
it's weird because didn't EA publish that?
Yeah. But the thing is, the game literally almost bankrupted the state of Rhode Island because they defaulted on like $100
Thank you,
million
Kurt Schilling.
vote.
Yeah, Kurt Schilling. What a legend.
But no, yeah, I fucking love that freaking game. Like the world's honestly really, really well written and interesting. It reminds me a lot of Dragon Age, where it looks like the cliche fantasy world, but the more you look into it and the more lore you actually read, you're like, oh shit, this is actually really interesting.
The cool thing is that it's written by R.A. Salvatore, and I used to read those books going up through school and whatnot, and that world looks exactly how I imagined it would in my head. You know, when like I would read like these amazing worlds by R.A. Salvatore, it looks exactly like Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning.
Now,
it's a perfect game.
I'm realizing that we're getting a lot of stuff, like you mentioned, that like from our childhood or from the last generation. Did you see Onimusha's coming back?
Yeah,
I did hear about that.
Yeah,
Onimusha's coming back.
They're getting rid of the tank controls too. They're actually giving it conventional
God,
controls.
Yes.
Thing is, you do remember that game's like 3 or 4 hours long.
I know, but it's still good.
Like the fact that I'm wondering what price point they're gonna put them at.
It has to be like max $40.
Oh yeah.
$30. I think $30 is a sweet spot right there.
Like because like don't get me wrong, yeah, especially if it's like it's a benchmark title, but it's just like you can't really
now because I didn't play Onimusha on the PS2 when it came out. I had an Xbox, so I got the Genma Onimusha, whatever it was, that had all that extra content in it. Played the fuck out of that game. God, I love those games.
That game influenced a lot of other games, I think, more than people realize.
Grandia 1 and
that
is coming.
That blew me away.
No, wait, where? When?
Switch.
Wow.
I don't know when.
On
but
Switch?
Yeah, Switch.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah. Grandia 1 and 2.
Wait, is it a remake or is it a port?
I think it's more of a port.
I think it's remakes.
Is it remakes?
I think remakes.
I'm not sure. They really didn't say much more than they just announced that they were a thing.
Yeah, I think I maybe
left the station. All aboard.
Yeah, I think it's remakes.
Oh my god, I didn't hear about that.
But even ports I would take.
I was
you know what I
say,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
just Grande period.
but then
the games are so good.
Tales of Vesperia is coming.
Yeah, see, I wanted to do that, but then someone talked me out of it, talking about how like you have. Someone talked me out of this because I was getting hyped. I'm like, all right, I've always wanted a Tales game. Like Vesperia is a good starting point, I heard, but then like somebody told me about how like his late game works and shit, and it just doesn't sound fun.
See, me and Seth had a heated argument about this.
Uh-oh.
Because he was telling me that he wanted to get you into the Tales series, and he was going to give you Tales of Xillia.
It's the best place
You're
to start.
You're a fucking piece of shit
it's
for that.
It's the best place to start.
I've heard Xillia a lot.
I hate that fucking game.
Pedro is the only person I know that hates Xillia.
Why do you hate Xillia?
Because it's boring.
He loves Xillia 2, which is the worst game in the series.
It's the wrong way around.
Worst game.
Wrong.
Pedro,
Tales of Xillia 2, the combat's better. I think it's a little bit more streamlined. Like, Mila and Jude are the two most boring fucking characters.
I'm going to throw up all over this mic.
I hope you do, because Mila and Jude are literally boring. And Alvin, the ultimate honeydicker.
Yeah, he's a great character.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, but other than that, no, negative. And in Xillia 2, you get to play as Gaius. Do you get to do that in Xillia 1? No. Negative.
Yeah, fucking fight him in Xillia 1 though with an amazing boss battle.
Yeah, but then you
or some shit.
but then you get to be the man. Because you beat the man, you get to
Going
beat the
back
man.
to the superhero game, one I thought about, I would like another really good Wolverine game. Like X-Men Origins Wolverine wasn't bad, but like
Yeah.
a Wolverine is something that again can make a really fun hack and slash, kind of more old school God of War. Even like the more recent God of War, like that could really easily like take a similar style to that. Could be a good Wolverine.
Yeah,
game.
I agree.
Like you could really get a good Wolverine.
You
game out of
could
that.
pretty much make the story of Logan the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be
seriously,
dope.
yeah, exactly. Have it be about him dealing with the fact that he's this guy, and like maybe you have like a primal rage system where like you get super powerful, but you you literally see everybody as enemies, and like maybe you can't like they really go psychological with it.
See,
You pitch this idea to Disney?
here's
Marvel games. I got a fucking idea.
here's
for
what
you.
here's what I would want would probably be the Punisher.
Oh, the Punisher.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That
was a
kind of
Punisher
just
game,
be
wasn't
Yeah, like they were. I mean, they were like beat 'em ups over the top.
yeah,
like
but that'd be like a good GTA clone would be a Punisher. I feel like
maybe I would want it in the style like almost like with the level of gore that like The Last of Us has.
yeah.
Where in that kind of gritty setting, because I think you could pull that one off.
Would you want an open world?
Oh, absolutely.
I'll tell you the best way to, and that's a Punisher game, is in Spider-Man 2. They announced it like he was shown in the comics, shown off first by trying to snipe out Spider-Man.
That'd be great.
Dude,
Yep.
there's a villain they keep hinting at to throughout that entire game that I cannot wait to see them handle. Because the way they handled the core villains in this game really were awesome.
Well, Who's your favorite Spider-Man villain?
Me?
Yeah.
There's only one correct answer.
Only
Honestly,
one
this
correct
is gonna
answer.
sound weird. I love Carnage. I love the fact he's literally a serial killer that got superpowers, and so he kills more people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
I
that's
love Carnage.
acceptable. I was going to say either Venom or Carnage.
Yeah, but like Carnage to me, just like my problem with Venom is just how
I like the Green Goblin personally.
Green Goblin's not bad, but like my problem with Venom is just how though if with the good writer Doc Ock can be really well.
Doc Ock can be, and he had a really odd. No, never mind.
We about to go down the Spider-Man
Yeah,
trail.
No,
we're about to
no,
go down
no,
Spider-Man
no.
rabbit hole. Yeah, Doc Ock can be a good villain. I agree with you.
He just has to be written well. Like
So is this your favorite Spider-Man in the game now, Seth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So far, I mean, I'm only an hour in.
Okay.
as someone who's played the whole thing, it's easily the best
You
Spider-Man.
know what though? I don't like this suit.
'Cause
Yeah, it's got too much going on.
Mine's still the Sega Genesis one. Just
See,
throwing
you
that
want
out
to my? I looked at a whole bunch of
gotta
different
play
Spider-Man
that.
suits. You want to know my crazy thing? That's my favorite Spider-Man suit of all time.
there. I heard they had the 2099 one in there.
I love. There's two 2099 ones in there.
Oh, the white ones in there.
Yep. But no, like I love the white accents on it. I love the white accents. On
I
it.
think it's a good looking suit.
You know,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what
I-
though. I was really excited when I found out in the beginning of the game that he actually has the original Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I saw that. Is there any
Oh,
any,
my God.
any Iron Spider in there? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Yes. And
But you can unlock them, right? You don't have to buy them.
yeah. All the suits are unlocked. I'll say this: the Iron Spider's suitability is dope. I won't spoil what it is.
Now is that world connected? Like, can you see Stark Tower and stuff like that, or
You
no?
can, yeah, you. Can,
Or the Avenger Tower? Is
You
that
run
like?
across Avengers Tower. I found the Wakandan Embassy. I ran across Sanctum Sanctorum. But like you never,
God, I didn't even think about a Black Panther game.
you never meet any other characters outside of Spider-Man's world. So like they're referenced, and you will get occasionally Spider-Man will quip about the Avengers are, or some bullshit like that. So
Yeah.
like they're a part of the world that Spider-Man never runs into in the story of this game.
But that's smart though.
A bunch of games in this universe.
Yeah, you could. There's money to be made here.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking curious to see if the Avengers game that Square Enix and
They're gonna
Crystal
fuck
Dynamics
that
is
up.
making. I'm worried about it.
They're
But,
gonna fuck that up.
if it's set in this world, because imagine if we have two video game Spider-Mans running
Yeah.
around. That's gonna be so
Because-
weird.
because-
It's the Marvel video game
Be-
universe.
because it's really weird. I trust. Like when I saw it was Insomniac, I had no worries.
yeah.
Where when I see it's Square, I'm like,
Hit or miss.
Especially Square making an action like on an I mean, remember again? Don't get me wrong, Tomb Raider 1 was good.
but they didn't make. They just published. Those.
Exactly. Well, no, this is being made by Crystal Dynamics, who did the Tomb Raider games.
Okay.
So like,
That eases.
I was gonna say, but even then, it's just first off, we also haven't heard from that game in like 3 years after it's been announced. Like that game has gone dead,
Well-
and we haven't heard a
Yeah.
word.
Well,
of it.
Square's to the point where we don't need to hear from Square unless they give us what we need.
Which is a Final Fantasy 7 remake. Just get it out. I'm tired of waiting.
Dude, that I would bet money that Final Fantasy 7 remake never happens.
Yeah, me too. We have a long-standing bet.
And you might win.
Like it's just
I can't say it on the air.
Why can't we?
yeah.
That's
You buy
recommended.
it.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
I think
good.
I might buy it today. I might go buy it now.
It's
Please
like I
do.
said, it's a good 20 minutes, like or 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah,
Hey, watch it.
good 20. Best game I ever played. 20 minutes long.
Good 20 minutes.
Good
But
20 hours.
it's only 20 hours to beat the whole game. Like, if you plowed through the story more, I feel like I could have beat that game in probably 7-8 hours.
Outstanding.
And like, but the side stuff and collectibles are really fun. Like I said, it can get a little bit too combat focused if you want to try and 100% it. And the combat, it's like there's several times where I'd dodge an attack and I'd still get hit by it. Where I'm just like, alrighty, like a more focus, like it feels like that needed to cook everything else.
What I've noticed is that I think it's because of Batman. My dodge, I keep hitting triangle to dodge.
Yeah, that took me a little while to move over to circle because triangle is the jump to another
Yeah.
enemy. Yeah, that took me so long. Like there'd be so many times where I like dodge an attack and I'd zip right to the guy's punch. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, yeah, it took me a while because you're not countering, you're dodging.
Yeah.
Sounds wonderful, boys. What a time to be a PS4 fan, huh?
Mm-hmm. This is a very good year.
You could buy that pager and then the packs of cards that are waiting for you.
The 5 that you left me.
We only got 10 in. I got 5.
The PS4 this year has hit the PS3 levels of like, hey, here's a good exclusive here and here and here. Like,
We have next year, the big year.
Microsoft is giving them no competition.
Yeah,
But
seriously,
here's
it's
my
fucking
thing.
ridiculous.
Here's-
Like everyone asked me what I was like. Don't get me wrong. Honestly, as the actual console, an Xbox One might legitimately be better with all the really great services it has and
Yeah.
everything. But god damn, it does not have the
I
games.
think next generation though. I think they're gonna come out swinging.
Especially whenever they bought fucking Ninja Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Enslaved Odyssey of the West. Stupid good. Love
I
that.
was just playing it the other day.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Love that studio to death. I'm so excited to see what they do with a full AAA
Yeah.
budget. The second I saw that, I'm like, alrighty, Microsoft, you have my attention. Make me give a shit.
My theory is that they saw how Sony came out the gate with momentum, and then the momentum train never stopped. So when they announce the next generation, they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay. So you thought we didn't have any games? Oh, we've been developing this whole time.
Yeah.
Here's Xbox 2.
Lol.
I wish they would
Xbox
call it-
360. That'd be amazing.
They just come out and call it Xbox 4 to say fuck it, screw it. We're just calling it what it is.
The X4. I like that. Actually.
That's not bad. Yeah.
And here's the 25 games we've been developing for the last 4 years at launch.
Has like the most amazing launch lineup you've ever fucking
Right.
seen.
And Sony's like, well, we got Final Fantasy VII remake.
we got Uncharted 5. You know, the game that you kind of wanted, but you never really wanted.
I don't need an Uncharted 5 yet.
I don't
I'm
need
good
an
there.
Uncharted 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Ooh, hot take. Real fucking hot take.
As someone who has beaten all 5 Uncharted games, if we want to throw Lost Legacy in
No,
there.
let's not.
Wait, so you've beaten all of them and you don't like them?
Combat sucks. The shooting's garbage.
How did you beat all of them then? What
Why-
did you-
Why did you
very,
beat
very
all of them?
pissed off.
Why, though?
Because
Why
they
am I
were good
playing this?
enough that I wanted to defeat the story, but like 4 in particular, I'm like the combat's the best it's been. The story drags.
It did
Yeah,
drag
4
on.
dragged a little bit.
It's amazing to me in 4 how every time they're like, oh, we're gonna get the treasure. Oh, it's like by the
Yeah, it was
fourth,
starting to drive me nuts,
By the
yeah.
4th time, the house, I'm like, guys, why are you still expecting the treasure to be here? You know what's gonna happen. You're gonna find some shitty puzzle piece that's gonna lead you to the next freaking.
It just made me glad that I forget his fucking name, that he was dead. It just made me glad he died a horrible death.
But yeah, like Lost Legacy was the perfect length for an Uncharted game. I'm like, yeah, 6-7 hours. This is what Uncharted should be. Why is every Uncharted game 15 fucking hours long?
And like 22 chapters.
When it should end halfway through.
yeah, seriously.
But we digress.
Yeah, we digress.
We
Indeed.
digress.
They're good tech demos.
Yeah, they're
pretty.
Yeah, they are pretty. I don't think we see another one from Naughty Dog. I think that train left.
Oh
the
yeah,
station.
I can see them handing it off to somebody else
Yeah,
to make
that's
another
what I
Actually,
trilogy.
just leave that IP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, boys, this has been a good show.
Sure has. Are we at the time now?
We're at that time.
Oh wow.
We're at
really?
that time. Yeah.
Fuck.
It's been a good show. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at that time, boys. It's been a good show. Alpha Nerd's number I don't remember, but you're welcome.
The
Please
latest.
Please check us out on YouTube, like our Facebook page at 2 Beers and a Whiskey Incorporated. That's kind of.
Just 2 beers and a whiskey.
I like the Incorporated. I don't know why.
It makes me feel more.
Makes no
official.
fucking sense.
If you're an admin, if you want to put incorporated after, you can do that.
We are T-Ball Inc. Why are we incorporated? Who knows? But it just rolls off the tongue.
We incorporated Alpha Nerds.
Yeah. I digress. Though. I'm
Close
so
it up, buddy.
Before we go, I just want to let you know how happy I am.
I can tell.
I feel outstanding.
play
Hopefully, when I turn my phone on, I've gotten the result I need.
Listen, you play Spider-Man, you'll be even happier.
Well, this has been a good show, boys. Thank you for joining us, Joe. I appreciate you coming on.
Been a
First
great
guest.
guest. Yeah,
You've
been a great
been a
guest.
great guest. Seth, as always, good times. And we will see you next month.
On
Fuck
the
the
Alpha
Steelers.
Nerds. Oh.
And we're done. That's all. That's all.